Okay, so I just wanted to have a little word. Would you... Okay, hang on. Don't struggle. It's not gonna... Uh, would you please stop? Thank you. Now, I will take my hand off of your mouth if you promise not to scream again. My ears are right here, and I'm not wearing hearing protection, and you could really damage a person's hearing by screaming like that. Would you agree to stop if I take my hand off of your mouth? Thank you. No, I don't think I'm going to untie you just yet. You and I have some talking to do first. And then I'm sure we can come to an amicable arrangement, and I will be able to set you free. Now, a proper introduction is in order, don't you think? I am Titania. Hello. You don't seem to know who I am. Titania? Titania. Still nothing? Titan as in Titan, the female Titan, because I'm very tall? You see? Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes, like, the character in Shakespeare. Is that it, though? Is that the only way you know that name? You don't know Titania, the evil, Titania, the supervillain, Titania, Mistress of Mayhem? No, it's not. Really? Well, maybe you know me by... Maybe you know me by the name the tabloids gave me. Stretch thin. Oh, yeah, now you know who I am. No, I don't like the name, actually. Why? Well, because... well, for one, calling a tall person Stretch, really? It's not exactly original. And thin, that's reductive. Aside from the fact that I am a perfectly healthy weight for my height, it implies that I'm weak. And put them together, stretched thin, it sounds like I'm overwhelmed. No, I don't like it as a nickname. Yes, exactly. Thank you for understanding. I am very good at my job. I am very cool and calm and collected when I'm at work. And to imply that I am stretched thin is not kind. And what's more, it's not accurate. And that matters, because when I am taking hostages, they are more likely to try to fight me if they think that I am overwhelmed. And that just doesn't go well for them, as you've seen yourself. I'm very good at restraining people. You look cute in that, by the way. I got that color rope with you in mind, you know. I thought it would bring out the color in your eyes, really make them pop. And I was right. Oh, you look so lovely looking up at me like that. But enough of that. Oh, yes. Yes, I did have this planned out. You didn't think that... Oh. Did you think that this was a random snatching? Oh, you are so cute. You're so humble. It's one of the things that caught my eye about you. But yeah, no, I've been lying in wait for a while now. Tracking your movements, watching your comings and goings, finding your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities. It's been very nice to spend this much time with you. Without you knowing, of course. Oh, by the way, this is for you. Yesterday, when you went to the coffee shop, the barista forgot to give you your change, and she just started to put it in the tip jar, even though you had already tipped her, and she didn't exactly ask, so I made her hand it over, so here it is. This is for you. You're welcome. I'm sorry, why what? Oh! Why was I tracking you? Oh, of course. Well, because I wanted to speak with you. Well, yes, I suppose I could have just said hi, but, I mean, I am Titania, Mistress of Mayhem, don't you know? This had a certain flair. And also, if I had asked you to just speak with me, you might have said no without hearing me out. And that would be... consensual? I don't Oh. 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 I'm sorry, are you saying... are you saying that I'm problematic? No, 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 no. I'm a supervillain. A super villain. I'm evil. I'm not problematic. Oh. Oh, well, when you put it that way... You know what? This is off the subject. We can revisit this at another time if we must. But for now, the reason that I was tracking you... stalking, fine. The reason I was researching you is because I, Titania, Mistress of Mayhem, Supervillain Extraordinaire, have been looking for a... Yes, it's always been part of the title. Titania, Mistress of Mayhem, Supervillain Extraordinaire. It has always been part of the title. I am not making it longer as I go along. All right. Do you want to know why I've been studying you? Or not? Then zip it. For just a minute. I have been searching for a partner in crime. And I thought, what with me being so very statuesque, and you being so very... not, we might make an interesting look together. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, yes, you could. Oh, yes, you could. Oh, I have been watching you. You absolutely have a superpower. You are pedantic. It's exhausting. I've seen people and the way they die inside when you say the words, actually. Your limitless trove of trivia has been the downfall of many, many an otherwise peaceful person. And you're so very polite about it, people don't feel like they can get angry with you. It's utterly devious. Oh, but when they anger you, You oh so politely correct them in a way that leaves them feeling shredded inside. That person who was rude to you in line at the movie theater last week. I heard him say as he left that it was like being savaged by a gerbil. And you come by it so naturally, darling. You're so very good at it. It's delicious to watch. I could watch you work all day long, and I have. Don't make any mistakes about it. I have watched you all day long. Yes, stalking. See, that's what I'm saying. It's merciless. When you're right, you're right. And you are always right. And everyone will always know about it. I could really use a partner like you. Well, of course there's a place for you in Supervillainy. That's why I'm here. Remember what I was telling you about perceptions and how they could make things easier or more difficult. The psychological game is half the battle. And you, my dear, oh, you are an artist when it comes to breaking down the psyche. The two of us together? You could tenderize the target and I'll cook 'em up. And of course, you also have the advantage of being so little and cute. If it ever did come down to a physical fight, they could never fight you. If they lose, they lost to someone half their size. And if they win, well, then they're the person who beat up the short scoundrel. No? Well, I was workshopping the name. We could come up with something else. What do you think of the Bitty Batty? The over-under? All right, we'll come up with a name another time. But for now, what do you think of the idea? Well, of course, it's plenty. Look, we've got a signature look. I am very tall, you are very short. We can get them high and low at the same time. Oh, the high-low. How would you like to be the high-low? Okay, fine. What? Yes, it's a gimmick. A gimmick is fine. A gimmick is fabulous. A gimmick is marketing. You don't get the big jobs if nobody remembers what you've done. And the big jobs are where you get the money for the big toys. And the decked-out outfits. It's a little bit of a catch-22 to get into. You kind of need the outfits and the toys in order to do the big jobs, but in order to get the big jobs, people have to know who you are to begin with. Luckily, you've got me. I already come with some pretty sweet uniforms, and I can, tailor them down to your size. It's actually how I got into this. Being as tall as I am, I couldn't exactly buy clothes off the rack, so I figured while I was making my own stuff, I might as well put a few little gadgets in there. Make it something special, you know? Next thing you know, I'm Titania, Mistress of Mayhem, Supervillain Extraordinaire, foe to heroes and friend to ne'er-do-wells. No, it's always been that long. Anyway, what do you think? Would you like to join me? Got a little harness that you can ride on my back. No, not like a baby carrier. Like a backpack for people who are smaller than I am. That their legs and arms can stick out and heads. It might be a little bit like a baby carrier, but it's not a baby carrier because clearly you're not a baby. So there you go. What do you say? Are you sure? No, I am surprised. Well, I just thought you'd be into it. 'Cause, you know, I heard you talking about how you hate politics and all the politicians are so corrupt that it would be more honest to just put actual villains in those positions. So, I thought you might be on board. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna put in a whole puppet regime. Oh no, with literal puppets. Mr. Marionette is running for office. You know Mr. Marionette, right? Mr. Marionette, Master of Mayhem, no relation. Yeah, that guy. See, that's what I'm saying. We have an opportunity to effect real change here. I mean, the system will still be corrupt, but it'll be honestly corrupt. There'll be transparency. Yeah, I like the sound of that too. All right, well, I suppose that's everything I had to say. I'll untie you now. You can, decide for yourself. Consent and all. Oh, but speaking of that, whether you do or you don't, would you like to go out, maybe grab a cup of coffee? Well, I mean, this is the longest I've ever followed, studied some. Yeah, stalked. This is the longest I've ever stalked somebody. If I guess I got kind of attached. You're cute, and you're charming. And you know a lot of trivia, and I like that. What do you say? Okay, good. How about the coffee shop with the barista? She's a little afraid of me now, so she'll probably give us a couple of extra pumps. Oh, that sounded... No, I'm going to stick with it. Hey, cupcakes, thank you all for sticking around and listening to me this long. Thank you all for all of your time and attention and your participation in the comments and social media. I've had a bunch of people sending me images of the merch that they buy. I'm going to start posting that in my community tabs because that has been so very nice to see. Thank you all so much for your support. And speaking of support, if you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. I'll say please. I'll say pretty please, please. I did say please. I started off with please. This is becoming redundant. I really should script this stuff out. Thank you and welcome to my newest patrons, Sean Burton and Astra Raquette. What a great name Astra is. Love that name. Astra is a cool name. Astra is somebody who wears a lot of slinky black and does it very well. And Astra is the name of somebody who goes to art museums and has opinions on Dadaism. And Astra reads countercultural literature and takes meaning from it. I like the name Astra. That's a lot to live up to, isn't it, Astra? No pressure. I mean, or Astra could just be somebody who, hangs out with me and reads anime. That's cool too. It don't gotta be that deep. Anyway, moving right along. Thank you all very much to those special people who have done so much to support what I do. All of those people at the Baker and Pound Cake tiers that just make it possible for me to do this. There is that one Brit. You're skating Wolfie. This is harder than it looks. Nosti, Rogue Scholar, Barry Wilburn, Estede, Anon, SLE Photo, Harper Evolution, Wolf 9004, Vile Miles, Succubus Slave, Malicilo, Army Guy 007, Mr. Fabulous, Bunny, Tiny the Taxman, Meryl, Inline Flaws, Onin, Darth Mythos, Red Death 48, Always Able, Vagar, Moon, Old Bean UK, Kalubear, Forces, The Swaggy Llama, Cody, Artlow, Pierce Tailish, and Christian Kaleapa'a. You are also kind. I hope that today and every day you are being as good to yourselves as you are to me. And I will talk to you tomorrow.